we asked them how they felt the curriculum is okay or not, what should be emphasized or less emphasized, because the TV issues, both program and mostly engineering issues, were completely left out of the curriculum of the electrical engineering. 20 years ago, there was lots of TV stuff, so to speak, in the curriculum, and then it suddenly just disappeared. And with the multimedia curriculums, we became a new opportunity to include this knowledge. Why is this important? Our engineers, which came to work for the national TV, had no idea how broadcasting works in the engineering sense. The transmission, modulations, all this kind of stuff. So that's what we have in the curriculum as well, also thanks to these two gentlemen. Plus, we bring our students to the national TV every year as part of their curriculum, especially at for two topics, the TV systems and the studio and recording technology. We bring them here so they see the latest technology, how this works in real life, right? We have our own studio with some equipment, but of course we cannot compare to the national TV. And an additional cooperation is, again, the two present gentlemen and their colleagues as well give occasional lectures to our students and cover the topics that we ourselves don't cover, or we don't cover as good as they can, since they have much more experience. So basically, we recommend you, when you will study and start your new multimedia curriculum, to connect with your national TV or whichever TV broadcaster, because it's really good cooperation, and students get a lot of additional knowledge from practice. So just, actually this should have been an introduction.
We try also to include their students when they have, let's say during the summer, they can work in our house.
Oh yeah, sure.
To get some experience. Or when they are trying to reach master degree or doctor degree, we usually help and support them with the in-house knowledge. We also have quite a big documentation center, archives in-house, where you can find all documents, important documents, or you can find also the old programs. On the internet side, we have more than 10,000 programs on the web servers, so the people can see this whenever they like. We transmit all programs in all centers live, so they can be seen on the internet live. What is very important also for Slovenian minority which is living abroad. We had a quite strong minority in Argentina, some of them in Australia, also in Western countries, in Western Europe, and some of them were really surprised. I put on the first web server in 1995, and in 1997 we started to broadcast our radio channel, and then I went to the radio site and said, who is listening us on the most distant part of the world? And people call live from Argentina, and they really cry on air and say, this is for the first time in 40 years that I am listening to the program in our own language. You cannot imagine what does it mean to us. It was really, really pleasant experience. In Europe, you can get Slovenia. We are also on a satellite, of course. But if you live in a very urban area, you cannot put your own satellite dish on a roof. In many countries, in Germany, they don't allow you. You have to have cable. And if there is not a lot of people interested in Slovenian channels, they don't put them in a channel, in an offer. So they most often rely, even in European countries, they have to rely to the internet. And it is really important to be there. We prepare news, special news on the internet. They also have their own journalists working on internet. So right now we can use practical work on internet, radio and television. Unfortunately, in this economic situation, less than before, but in the past we had a lot of this. Now people are coming, and some of them stay in the house 1 week, some of them 2 weeks, and they don't even ask for other colleagues will remember that up to 1970, almost everything on a TV was produced on a film, not on magnetic tape, because there was no magnetic tape. We got the first one in a house in 1961. There was a non-alignment movement meeting in Belgrade, and we used it at that time, and we bought the first machine. And before that, everything was produced on films. So when you send the journalist out, they get 30 meters long roll of the film, and they have to come back, and you then develop it, transmit it on telekino, and then use it on the air. But actually, we use film as the basic material. With the digital world coming in, and now with the computers, television technology is completely changed. There is no standard. The things are changed every third year, every fourth year. Before that, you use same technology for 20 years, 25 years. Now it's very, very fast moving technology. It is not built to last. Actually, you have to throw away it over the 3 or 4 years period, and you get another machine. And this world has become more unstable than it used to be in technical terms, because and the people has to learn all the time. They have to learn all the time. So we have also in the house educational center called, my colleague Janez is from there, and we try to train people for different professions which we have in the house, from script writers, directors, or technical knowledge, or basic knowledge about Windows and the Word and the Excel, how to use it in work process, because a lot of things is already on the computers, and actually you cannot work if you don't have computer. For the 108,000 employees, 900 employees, we have in the house about 1,600 computers. So almost everybody has a computer. This is actually basic tool. You cannot work without it. So the colleague from the university addressed me as a gentleman, so I really don't buy it. You can. Please.
What is about digital broadcasting?
What is about?
Digital broadcasting.
Almost everything is already digital. We have digital cameras, digital editing rooms, and we also start production in HD. Our basic all three channels are on standard definition, but we transmit on 4-channel kind of the mixed program, which we transmit in HD, high density. We also built 3 years ago the first studio in a house, and now this year we will get first outside broadcasting van for the HD. It will be Sony produced. They are preparing it in the United Kingdom.
So actually you are broadcasting the digital signal?
Yes.
Yeah.
Since last year, November, we have to switch according to the European regulation, and we switched in November of last year, so there is no analog broadcasting on the TV side. Radio is still working on analog, and Europe is not so interesting to switch to digital because there is no money in it. But on the television side, they hope that they will sell the frequencies to other users, especially mobile users, G4 technology and so on. So they were pressing hard to leave frequencies as open as possible, and we moved to digital. You also wanted to ask me?
I am coming from Albania. We are trying to set up this multimedia and digital TV program in our university as well. But we have one discussion. Actually, maybe we don't know this area. That is why this is a more technical point of view, isn't it? how we can differentiate. There is a social side as well for broadcasting, for multimedia, and there is a technical side. How we will set up a curriculum, what kind of courses we should teach to students. This is what we are actually discussing on that one. Second thing is, do you need, for example, as a television, national television, more people as an engineer, for example? When we look, for example, if you set up that kind of program.
Why I'm smiling, because when we get computers, 15 years ago, they all talk about paperless office. We print more paper than ever. Now we are talking about this thing that we want to try everybody to do everything. And we started with it so that the journalists should be able to edit and also to put it on the internet. But in practice, you find out that it doesn't work. If you want to have work done good, people can work for two media, but not for everybody. Because if you prepare a story for the radio, it should be told differently than for the television. So I think that you can start simply so that you buy technology and you transmit those things which you transmit on radio and television and make the archive, just for the start. And then you start to think about the social side and prepare something special for the multimedia, for the internet. And you can do this in steps. Everybody who started with internet started with simply putting on the internet existing programs that people can watch a radio and television program live through the internet. It is the first step, and it is not expensive anymore. It used to be expensive, now it is not. But if you want to attract more people, you have to offer something special which they don't find on radio or on television. So you have to prepare some pages, extra pages with the content which you can find only on the internet. This can be second step. You can do both steps in the same time, but it can be done also in steps. Right now we have in our multimedia department, we have about 120 people. They are all, there is only few employees, maybe 20 of them are employed, others are working as a part-time workers, and they spend with us mostly students which are studying technical engineering. They take care about technical side of the system, or those students which are studying journalism, cultural, anything, and they work and for some time as a journalist and prepare content for the internet. And then we have special programs on radio or on television side which have their own site on the internet. If they want to communicate, in the last 2 years there is a lot of Facebook pages, you have contact on Twitter, you have also contact on Facebook. So we offer everything what can be offered right now in this moment in technical terms. We offer everything. When the blogs were popular, we have blogs. When forums were popular, we had forums. So we try to follow the technical development, but also this social networking, and we offer the best shows. The second radio program, which is most popular program in the country, they are on Twitter, they are on Facebook, they have everything. The most popular TV shows, the presenters, they have their own Facebook, they are present on Facebook, they are present on Twitter.
You need the technical people as well.
Of course, somebody has to, yes, somebody has.
These technical issues, then
They are working as a webmasters. They are taking care of the computers, codecs. that material is, you know, they have to have some structure, and the search engine, how do you find the specific show you are looking for. We also publish there the programs for 1 month in advance, what we will have on radio and television. You also prepare some text about the shows which you will transmit that people can read the content, you know, and so you have to put quite a lot of work. Yes?
Yeah, just maybe a complimentary answer. We can show really good examples of how to combine this added value in the digital world at the faculty. With the digital TV, it's pretty much the same with the analog TV in terms of content, except that you save the frequency spectrum, right? So we save like 1 to 8 times less is used. In addition, you can broadcast applications through the air, and this is what Luka Prpić was talking about also. We can show an example of such an application. Actually, our laboratory, we're proud to say that we developed the Mediateka application for the national TV. So basically, on smart TVs, such as Philips, we're going to show you the demo, you can access all the digital content from the archive, all the previous TV shows, anything they broadcast is now in digital form, is accessible on over internet without the PC. It's accessible on the TV, which has some kind of a browser. I'm going to explain some details later. So this is a really good chance, because then you can have real-time applications. For example, imagine, I don't know, football match. And in addition, you can broadcast an application that allows you that people exchange chat messages. You can see additional information about who scored, statistics, whatever. Or you can have a cultural show. You can have a concert, and then you press a button, and you get information about who is performing, which song is being played, anything. And what you should teach your students, that is going to be our proposal. We are giving lectures on how the digital TV works, and I will elaborate later on about the curriculum, so if this is of more interest to you, I can go into more details. And we're also teaching students how to do programming. You will see that our latest curriculum has 3 or 4 programming topics. Why? Because programming is present everywhere in multimedia, on PCs, on smartphones, on tablets, also on TVs. So if you want to have the whole picture and cover the whole technological chain, they should know how to program on a number of platforms. And that's what we actually do. And we're proud to say that we're actually one of the few institutions that does everything. So teaches the theory about the TV and broadcasting modulations and codecs and everything. And in addition, teaches students how to program software that fits into this environment and gives an added value to this. So we can show you good examples when we get back to the faculty.
I believe, I'm trying to follow in technical development, but I believe that right now the technology is so fast, and technology offers so many possibilities that on the programming side, when you start to think about the program, you have to think what you will do it in technical terms. Not only to be present, but what will be added value for all these technical possibilities. So if you want that they see what you are playing on the television, who was involved, you have to prepare this extra. And what we find out, that we on the programming side, we work more and more. If the presenter has his Facebook side and Twitter, after the show they can get even 100 or 200 tweets or Facebook questions. And if you don't answer them, people stop to write. They say, you are not answering us, we won't write. And the people are just working more and more. You get involved also in your private time with your show because you are constantly checking tweets and Facebook. And now your profession is becoming more and more demanding. You are professors, with the emails, how much of your work has been moved to the internet? You reply to the students, you have to be fast, you get seminar works, and you get master degree on the internet. You are constantly, and your time which you spend on the university work now coming into your home and you work at home more and more. The same problem is in the television business, because when you start to think on complex way how you will include all this content on different platforms, then you have more and more work. I can say that we work more than ever. Yes.
My name is Sonia, and I have a different kind of question. Some of us are coming from the Advanced School of Electrical Engineering from Belgrade, and in this campus project we are supposed to build a new digital TV studio there, and we have some questions and some dilemmas with the equipment that we should buy for that, because we build the structure part of the studio and now we have to buy the equipment. So tomorrow we are going to have a discussion and that a steering committee about that at the university, but I'm not sure that any of you is going to be there tomorrow. Or
Matthias will be there and he knows almost everything about
Okay,
that
okay.
part of
I
technology.
thought
But
you
if you need somebody, we can send over our colleague Janes and he will be